What's up, guys? It's Tristan with Out in Channel AZ. I am out here about 4 miles past Superior, Arizona. We are at the Queen Creek Tunnel. For is 4 cars that are down here in this canyon. Now, these cars are hidden. Not very many people know these cars even physically exist because it's really hard to get close to them due to the nature that there's a bunch of bees there. But anyways, it's a beautiful, glorious day out here in Arizona, and we're out for a good hike. It's about 86, 88 degrees, which is pretty crazy considering it's almost the second week of November. But anyways, let's not stare at my face. Let's check this out, this beauty out here, and then let's get filming. And if you guys want to see something pretty cool, check this out. Turn of the century telephone pole. Hey, look at it. It's not even a cut pole. It's literally just a tree that they brought down and put it down here, so it's not like the other ones. It's pretty cool. This whole canyon is actually full of like remnants of this stuff. I've actually filmed a YouTube video out here of all the mining stuff as well as a few other little cars. Anyways, I'll put that in the description, but we're still heading right down there. So another thing about this area that's really cool is the climbing. There's a lot of climbing activity here. But there's a car right here. I've actually filmed this car in the past before, and there's also a trolley for a car right there where they would have lowered people into the mine. But they actually had a line through here that came all the way up through this valley, and it drew people up here into the actual mine so that you could do your job. This might be one of the reasons why they were like digging for gold down here. I mean, look at this stuff. This looks like something you would see gold in, because it has a silver kind of glow to it. It has like a gold glow. It also has the white around it, which is crystal, I assume. I'm not much of a rock person, but pretty cool. Here's a remnant of an old mine, and we're heading that way. Here's those fossils that I found in the past. Look at this. These are old plants. These could possibly very well be plants that are probably not even like around anymore here in Arizona. I don't know plants too well, but this is pretty incredible to think that these plants are just here. And this actually isn't the ones that I'm looking for. I actually found some other fossils that were much, much better than this. I have a picture of it. Maybe I'll post it. But I mean, this is incredible. When I was down in that canyon, I didn't see that 30's car. I know that 30's car and that water truck was down there. But I remember someone telling me that there was another 30's car as well as a large piece of metal on the other side of this area. So you can see we're inside the tunnel. I actually have a whole other video series of those cars and all that other stuff in this tunnel as well as the future of this, because they may start doing mining here again soon, which is very interesting to say the least. Anyways, let's get out the end of this tunnel and we'll look down over this hill, because I do know there's a bunch of cars down here, but they are not very accessible to say the least. But anyways, let's go. Okay guys, I found the car. I was in the wrong location. Wait till you see where this is. I'm gonna hike down there and video this, but this is a long ways down. I'm gonna have to start there, come all the way down to there, and the car is actually right in that area. So there's a metal pan right there, and if you look, zoom in there, right there, and then the rest of it's all in there. So I'm gonna definitely hike on down there and let's see what we can find. I don't think anyone has ever videoed this or even seen this, but you can see old highway right here. I'm on the old $1 Million highway. So here's the old alignment. What we're gonna do is we're gonna head down this hill, and it's right there in those trees right there. Now, there's a water truck supposedly I heard there. Then I also heard that this is a 1930s dump truck. So don't hold it to me, but this is pretty cool. All I can say is I hope you guys stuck around this long, because this was not easy. Look at how steep that is. I just came all the way down that. But what we're here to check out is that. You can see an old stovepipe from an old mine. You can see 1930s car parts strung all down this hill. I mean, you can see a rear taillight panel with an old license plate hook up right there. You can see the running boards to an old truck. And then look at that. What is that? That looks like the bed to like an old dump truck. And then there's the bottom piece to it, and the 30's car is right there in the brush. But let's go check this out, dude. I am stoked. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for this. Let's go. So other than this pipe, check this out, guys. You can definitely tell that right there is the top part to an old 20s or 30s car. And then you have this over here. Is that a door? That might be a door to a car. And that looks like the other part of the frame slash fender. Wow, there's a metal pipe there too. Look at this large pipe. That is a massive pipe. So you can see that was part of a window. You can still see part of the glass in it. And then this is just a stamped piece of metal. This is definitely 20s and 30s. Gosh, I can't imagine riding down this hill in that vehicle. Hopefully it was dumped off and not someone crashed. There's some more right there. Let's get over there. Okay guys, there is 30s car parts everywhere. There's the running boards. But check this out. I bet you guys will be able to date this. Look at this old rear fender. Here's where the taillight would have been. The license plate would have been put on there. Wow. Just think, this probably crashed here like 80 years ago, if not more. This is... interesting. I didn't think a 20s car or a 30s car could haul something this much, but I could be wrong. That's so cool, like an old low taillight. And then we're gonna get down there. There's the running board to it, the complete running board to it. Okay, down from that to this. So this would have been the running board from the side. You can see the little part where the abrasions would have helped keeping your foot from slipping. And then this would have came up the side. You can see the little bolt holes. I don't see any markings. I've looked to see if I can find any markings on this, and I can't. Guys, there is like car parts everywhere down here. Man. This is so cool. I'm so glad I found this. I knew this was here, but I just never came down to film it. I'm actually more worried about how I'm going to get out of here, because I may have to walk down the canyon and come out the bottom, which means I'm going to have to hike out 2 miles. But I got to do something fun today. I didn't have to sit at home all day. I'm honestly thinking that's from a different vehicle, because that seems way too heavy for a 30s car. The 30s car is right there. But there's car parts even like right here as well. Okay guys, there's parts down in here, but I don't think any of this over here is going to be recognizable. I mean, I'm pretty good with cars, and I don't even recognize a lot of this. I mean, so I can tell you that this is definitely a rear over fender right here. That is a headlight bezel to a vehicle. We'll definitely check that out when we get down there. This is way too clumped for me to get in here. It almost looks like it might be the front dash to a vehicle right there. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. So guys, there's 3 frames from 3 different vehicles down here. I've been able to figure that out. There's writing on the back of this, but I cannot figure it out for the life of me. Because I see a U, it looks like a U, a C, and an R maybe right there. But this had a wooden bed. Because this might be the water truck or the dump truck I was told about that was down here. It's like I don't even see. Yeah, you see where the slats would have been from the side of the bed. Interesting. But it's weird because you can see it's like an R, and then it looks like almost like an F. UCR, maybe. I mean, this is much more sturdy and solid compared to the two vehicles that are over here. Let's go check out that stuff over there. So within all these debris, there is a headlight bucket here. I know you guys are good about this. So you can see there's where the frame would have been. And guys, I just saw something behind me that is absolutely incredible. I have never found one fully intact like this. And I found a lot of 30s cars before. So everything is just came through here and then it started to lay here and it came down. But look at that. Let's see if we can get that old headlight bucket. Super cool. Super cool. But wait till you see what's behind me. This is the frame to an old 30s car right here. But look what's on the back. A tire frame. You could see where an old tire used to sit within this frame right here. I've never seen one of these. I've seen them at car shows, but I've never actually physically seen one in person. This is incredible. But I mean, like I said, oh guys, there's a little thing on the side of the vehicle. Might be able to see all their serial numbers and things like that. Let's check that out. Wow, this is cool. We got lots of stuff to see. Maybe we can get some taillights off this or something. Get an idea? Okay guys, check that out. There's actually, so what this probably was, this was the stamping for the frame to tell you what kind of vehicle it was. Super cool. Sorry about the sun. Of course the sun has to be in that position. But yeah. Here we are. Look, there's even a lot of the stuff to the brakes is still here. It's a shame that back part is so just done. It's cool to think it had a Continental tire on it. From a Continental kit. But back then I think it was pretty normal for a lot of these 20s and 30s cars to be able to have these as well. But I mean, you definitely tell by the frame just how, I mean, the frame bent just from that. Okay. Then here, supposedly the bottom of that dump bed. And then there's a 30s car literally right there. I can see the cab and everything. Guys, check this out. Okay guys, I'm just going to tell you, this is a very special moment right here. What we have before us is absolutely incredible. I've not seen anything this intact in a very long time, and I can tell you straight up, there's two 20s and 30s cars here. This one isn't pretty intact. This is cool. This is what I do and why I try to find stuff like this, and this is something that's going to stick with me for the rest of my life. Let's check it out. You guys ready for this? Look at this. There's the window frame. There's the headlight bucket for that side. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to contain myself here. There's the door. Get off me, fly. Wow. I mean, look at that. Oh my gosh. There's nothing on the front firewall. So that fender, there's the top of the fender right there. So it's folded. There's the headlight bucket. I believe if that giant piece of metal didn't fall on it, that might have been pretty intact. But here's the thing, guys. I see 3 frames here to 3 different vehicles. There's another frame over here as well. Oh! Guys, there's another vehicle over there. Right through those trees, there's another car. I didn't even see that. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, we made it over to this one. This one's definitely pretty old. It has wooden in the doors. Everything. Look. The gas tank is still in the car. I've never found a 20's or 30's car with the gas tank still in the car. This is pretty incredible. Oh man, I'm so glad I did this today. Wow. Gosh, guys, look, there's wood. Parts of the car is actually built out of wood, like in the walls. Guys, I gotta start getting out of here because I'm running out of daylight. Wow. Absolutely incredible. I am so happy I did this today. I'm so stoked. Try not to move around too much because I don't want to make you guys dizzy. But like you can see, here's a portion of the side of the car. Look, square nuts on it. It's definitely stamped metal. There's a piece of the door. God, I'm gonna have to hike up through that stuff. I do not want to hike up through that. That's like rattlesnake habitat. But in order for me to get out of here, I guess I gotta do what I gotta do. I hope you guys can date this stuff. It does seem kind of big. I wonder if this may have been, no, this frame. I don't know, this is a pretty beefy frame. Maybe this was the water truck slash dump truck that went off here. Man. This is a pretty heavy duty frame. There's another piece down there. There's like pieces to a car down there. But here's what it looks like right now out here today. Beautiful hiking. I'm glad you guys could come join me today. I really appreciate it, guys. This stuff excites me so much. Well, guys, I hope you stuck around this long. This is so happy, guys. This is cool. I'm glad you guys enjoy this. I know a lot of you guys are going to really enjoy this old 30s stuff and 20s cars, especially the one with the third wheel in the back. I think a lot of those third wheels, fifth wheels, were usually like 20s and like 18s or 10s. I'm not sure. But anyways, I am way out here. I got to get way up this hill in this rattlesnake habitat, so let's hope something bad doesn't happen. Anyways, there's the car right there. And I'm going to head back up the hill. You can see I have to head way up there. Anyways, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. And you guys are awesome. I appreciate the comments. And please share my channels. I don't understand why YouTube is like, my channel's just not getting any views. It's not getting shared with people. And I have people telling me that they're not seeing my content. I don't post bad content. I don't post politics. I don't post anything like that. And it hurts me because I do this not for myself, but I also do it for the other people that can't get out of their house. You know, there's lots of people that can't get out and things like that. And I do this for everybody. Anyways, I appreciate you guys and hope you have a good one. Peace.